How to Rock It on Social Media Today with Dr. Wilson Trevino.
The Innovation Studios in Atlanta, Georgia. And your ABCs stand for A, your attitude, the way you see the world. B, your beliefs, your core values, why you do the things you do. C, your commitment. You stay the course, and of course you need to have a vision why you want to go. Why is it so important and so valuable, this new live stream medium? If you look at the other platforms, you see the different audiences and the way they have evolved. I went to a social shake-up conference, social media conference. They had about 500 other people from around the world that talked about social media. And they kind of described it this way. There was a millennium that described Facebook this way. He said Facebook is kind of like a medium that you joined in middle school, and you ended up staying through high school and through college, and now it's a bad family reunion that you can't leave. Facebook has really, I think, has evolved and has changed, and it's more kind of a network of friends and associates to see kind of what's going on. So you have your family members and stuff like that. The next thing, you have Twitter, which Twitter is really kind of a cocktail party where you're in and you're sharing in short little snaps your ideas, your concepts, kind of having a good time. LinkedIn, the other platform, is kind of if you go to early morning coffee or breakfast or order meeting, everyone comes to your face and say, "Hey, how's business?" And they give you a card. So it's a networking type thing. Instagram is kind of like the photo of the day or the photo of the night. So you can show, hey, I'm having a good time without you. And Snapchat is kind of like a little naughtiness, a little private time where you can see it one time and you can say, hey, this is something I just want to share with you, a little more intimate. But what makes Periscope and Meerkat and all these other social media live stream apps different is, if you think about it, and no one is really talking about the power of this new medium, is first of all, I think the main attraction is that it kind of is going to someone's house so they're not expecting you, and you get to peek in how they really live. And I think that's the first thing, is you get to peek into people's lives in real time and real person and see how they live and what is it that they're trying to share in their lives. So you're suddenly seeing the world through their eyes. So I think that's the power of the interest of Periscope. Also, if you think about it, 6 months ago, 5 years ago, 20 years ago, if I wanted to get an audience of, say, 5, 6 people that I wanted to talk to, what would I need to do? 30 people or 100 people. I would have to, put up flyers, send out a tweet, organize, get a location, say at a certain time we're going to meet, we're going to get together, or attend a meeting like a Rotary, get up before the group and share my ideas. And that would take time. Now all of a sudden, if I have an idea, I can do what Jim Carroll talks about, is I can think big, I can start small, and I can scale fast. And all of a sudden, you have the opportunity to get an idea, a product, a concept. As you're an entrepreneur, if you're a social entrepreneur, if you're someone that teaches, if you're a student, if you're someone that is a thinker like I am, you can take this idea, you can share it with the world, you can start small by sharing it with a few people, and all of a sudden they can scale fast by not only in the rebroadcast, because it stays on there for 24 hours, but also impacting other people. And that's very powerful. No one is really talking about that power of live stream, of that really, that awesomeness that we have, that we can all of a sudden in our pocket, we can think big, start small, and scale fast. That scaling, that tipping point, Malcolm Gladwell talks about in his book, that every idea, every concept, there's a tipping point when all of a sudden it takes over. You create a revolution, you create a change in societies, you create a change in civilization. You look at Walter Isaacson, all the books that he has written. He looks at people that have changed the world, like Einstein, like Steve Jobs. He wrote this book, Innovators. And all the people that have changed the world are people that have been able to merge science and technology and ideas with creativity. So all of a sudden these two things came together and they changed the dynamic that we have in our world. Now, what are some tips that I think that are important in that? You can send me an email at abcvision@hotmail.com, abcvision@hotmail.com. It is just simply my name, ABC Vision, and it stands A, your attitude, B, your beliefs, C, your commitment, and a vision, abcvision@hotmail.com. And I'll send you a PDF file of these top 101 ideas after I have spent countless hours for over 2 months and over 500 broad and become an expert on this medium. What are some top tips that I think that are important? Today I want to share kind of the top 3. The first one is, when you're going to do a scope, when you're going to share an idea, when you have something in your head, think it through and, value people's time. And I value for you listening to me and value your own time, and that you can share something that they can apply, because people have all this information that's coming at them, but what's something that they can apply? They can apply something. You can create a structure. Thank you for the hearts. You can create a structure. You can turn it out. Yeah, that's why I use ABC Vision. ABC Vision, your ABCs, everyone knows their ABCs, is about your attitude, your perspective, B, your beliefs, C, your commitment, and you need to have vision where you want to go. That gives you a framework. That gives you something that you can take with you and you can apply. So the first tip is to create an outline. Create an outline of what is you're going to say. Top 3, top 4, top 10, few points. Now, of course, some scopes are going to show, you're at a concert, or you're at an event, you're at a play, and I scope about ideas, I scope about cool events. I'm a speaker and a writer. I live here in Atlanta, Georgia, so I get privy to a lot of cool things. So all of a sudden I can share behind the scenes with my fellow Periscope family some insight into some cool things that are going on in Atlanta, and give you some heads up. Hey, this is happening tonight. This is going on here in Atlanta. So create an outline. Tip number 1. Tip number 2. Create a interesting title, a sexy title. Add some cute little figures. Add something, and the thing is sexy, not sex. Sexy that kind of catches people's eyes, because we got all this information at us. You want something that gets, in business, in the internet, in the information age, people got to see it, they got to like it, and they got to buy it. And you have to use that KISS system. Keep it simple, stupid. That you need to get people's attention. So many people post on there and they put that titles that I would never go in there and see because they look boring to me. They don't look interesting at all. And you want to create an audience that is receiving value. And that's how you build an audience, and that's how is it you're able to connect with people. Because I'm not talking to a room full of 30 people, 100 people here. And for those of you that are on the web that don't have the app, thank you for watching at the same time. You can't interact with me, but you can watch me and see me. Is all of a sudden you create an intimate setting where you're going direct to consumer. Where it's not I'm talking to 100 people or 30 people, I'm talking to you, the one person looking at your smartphone, at your tablet. All of a sudden it's you and me. It's this moment. And this is really the only moment that matters. The past is gone, the future is not here. All we have is this moment. So, create kind of a sexy title. Now, last thing is, how do you make money? How do you monetize Periscope? And I think that's the most important aspect. Sometimes we're afraid to say we want to make money. And you can't really make money. I mean, the only people that make money are counterfeiters, and they go to prison. You earn money. And money is only paper. Money is only energy. But sometimes we're afraid to ask for the wealth and the richness of the world around us. We somehow feel ashamed. I mean, we live in a capitalist system. We live in a system that there's a lot of opportunity to make money. If you don't start building your own dream, someone's going to hire you to start building their own. So don't be afraid to ask. So that's the first thing, is ask people, to help you out. If you have a product, if you have an idea, if you have a concept, say who out there has a better way of doing this, and you can build and you can share on that. So that's the first thing. Is that one thing that this also allows you, so in the making money, is asking. Another important thing that allows you is, remember that 10,000 hours I talked to you about, Malcolm Gladwell? In order to push or share your idea or your product, you're into salesmanship. And we've lost a lot of the old-time ideas of modern salesmen. And the key to modern salesmen was their elevator pitch. When all of a sudden that opportunity opens up, when you have that defining moment when you are able to scale up, you need to be ready to make your pitch. And what this allows you to do, Periscope, it allows you to broadcast every day and force yourself to think about things and bring it out in a concise method that is able to help other people. And all of a sudden I'm getting feedback. So I know if people like it or not. If I have nobody in the room, I know nobody's listening, but at least somebody's in the room. And even if nobody's in the room, you're still seeing yourself and you're still hearing yourself, and you can watch yourself in replay. And it gives you the ability to have that elevator pitch. When someone says, okay, I have $1 million to invest in your idea, what you got? You got to be ready for those moments. All the people that have done it, have been successful, have had that defining moment. That moment that life changed. And that's why it's valuable for you to prepare and to be ready for that moment. Because all of a sudden, the window opens and you're ready to go. In politics, we see that, the defining moments. Candidates, all of a sudden, the attention, I'm a political scientist, so I study politics. The attention swarms onto them, and they're not ready to shift from being a candidate to being the president or the leader and so forth. And they got to be ready for that shift. That's preparation. The other idea, too, that I've seen a lot of people do, that it's a good idea, is have a short-term sale. If you sell a product, since these are kept online for 24 hours, give a special little code and say, hey, you listen to me right now, go to my website and buy this, and I give you 25%, so much percent off, and you give a little code that stays active 24 hours. That way you can measure if anyone's buying your product, and also if your ideas are working. So that is another way. And don't forget to ask. I mean, that's important. People get on here and they don't ask. We're in it for business people, entrepreneurs. This is your Monday. Make it my Monday. Make it my day. You're in it to make and create opportunities, economic opportunities, to provide for you and your family and your loved ones, and give it away. Be a philanthropist. So have that short sale. Also, another idea that I've seen that's kind of cool is people have had sponsors. They have a sponsor. You have it in radio and TV. Why not have it on Scopes? Get an official person. Wear a shirt with a logo. I mean, be creative in this. Share someone's idea and someone's concept. I want to get an official sponsor, official pen. I use Mont Blancs. Does anyone have a Mont Blanc contact? I want them to be my official sponsor for my Scopes. And all of a sudden, you can build relationships. Other people in other Scopes, also cross-brand, share and followers from other people. Please swipe to right, share with your followers, because I think these are good ideas that will help them improve their Scopes. So find sponsors, people. You can find it in products that you're promoting, and things that you're wearing, and ideas that you're sharing, and books and so forth. Promote those different ideas. Also seen some people do private Scopes where they'll have, in this Periscope, you can create a category in one of the settings there where you can identify people that listen to your show. So if you have something that's very insightful or important, you can share that. Someone else that I saw too had an interesting concept is they have memberships on their website, and they take this content they develop on Periscope and they just put that content on their members only. So all of a sudden you're creating a Scope every day. In 30 days you have 30 Scopes. You have all this information. You can create part of a membership site so people can share this information and share a membership to that. And the other final thing is, and the most important thing that I think is a key, is to ask. To not be afraid to see what's working, what's not working, and say, hey, I want to create opportunity. Because all of a sudden you're going direct to consumer. You don't have all this. The old days, what we had to do, we had to buy an ad in the paper. We had to buy an ad, a commercial on television, and see who saw it. But now I can have followers that connect to my message. And follow me if you find this a good message. Share it with your followers. You can connect with people that connect with your message or connect with your product, and you have a direct-to-consumer. And that really is most valuable. You don't need a gazillion followers. You just need people that have buy-in. They're willing to work with you. Bernie Marcus, who is here in Atlanta, who started Home Depot, they asked him, how were you successful in business? And he says, well, I sold to my friends. I sold to my friends. And he says, what do you mean you sold? Yeah, I sold to my friends. So my number one job in business is to make new friends. So you want to make new friends, and you want to sell your ideas to people that connect. And I think those are the things important. So the three things I want to share is, one, to create an outline, to create 2, sexy hashtags, and 3, to make money at this and not be afraid to ask. My list of 101 tips on Periscope, send me an email at abcvision@hotmail.com, and I'll send you a PDF file of 101 lists that will help you rock it on Periscope. And my name is Dr. Wilson Trevino, and I'm with your ABCs, which is my formula of success, living the life you want to lead, which is A, your attitude, your perspective, B, your belief, your core values, why you do the things you do, C, your commitment, you stay the course, and of course you have a vision of where you want to go. And you can rock it. You can rock it here on Periscope, and you can rock these ideas, and you create new opportunity. We are living in the golden age of civilization. So take a stake in it and start to create your future and make today the day that counts. So change it. So make this my day. Make this my day. And that's what I want you to do. I want you to succeed. I want to help you. I want to share ideas. I can't motivate you. You got to motivate yourself. But I think ideas are key. And the social media has revolutionized the way we communicate, because we're social creatures. We like to come together, and like Bernie Marcus is, you want to make new friends, and that's the key, because we're trying to make this world a better place. We're trying to help people, and we're trying to expand and rise the tide to rise all ships. And that's how we succeed. And that's what made this country great, and that's what's made the opportunities of so many people that have accomplished great things in this world today. So I'm Dr. Wilson Trevino with your ABCs. Remember, your attitude, your beliefs, and your commitment. Please follow me here, share the broadcast, and thank you for listening. And remember, be a success and live the life you want to lead.